Digital ladies breaking the chain, rising in crypto, we're changing the game. Crypto frontier, we're claiming our space. Not your keys, not your crypto, know your place. Unscripted, we're bold, we're free. Melissa Key, the Lady K, and IMUTV. Come ride this wave. Digital wealth, we're here to pay.
Crypto nights, we're lighting the spark. As we ignite now, we're setting the mark.
Safety first, we're keeping it tight. Blockchain power, we're shining the light. Unscripted, we're bold, we're free. Melissa Key, the Lady K, and IMUTV. Come ride this wave.
Welcome to Digital Ladies Unscripted. How are you doing this evening?
Excellent.
Excellent. For whatever reason, I thought I had that as the full intro, not just the partial song. I forgot it was only 1 minute. I want to welcome everybody back to Digital Ladies Unscripted, celebrating women trailblazing in digital assets and blockchain, where bold innovation meets unapologetic ambition in the Web3 frontier. Today, we are thrilled to spotlight Maijah Taejon, a powerhouse singer-songwriter, crafting soul pop and R&B anthems while revolutionizing artist ownership through blockchain. In a music industry brimming with gatekeepers, unfair royalties, and streaming hitting payouts, Maijah is rewriting the rules for indie creators, leading the charge with the tokenization on XRP Ledger. Her debut, NFT Energy, launched last June on NFTempo, a music video collectible empowering fans with true ownership, smart contract royalties, and direct connections that cut through the noise. She's also a featured artist on IMUTV, the go-to platform uplifting indie talent. She's dropped gems like her We Can video premiere this summer, proving Web3 isn't just about tech, it's freedom for creators embracing the new era. Maijah is the blueprint for how blockchain unlocks music's full potential. And I want to welcome Maijah into Digital Ladies. Maijah, welcome to Digital Ladies Unscripted. How are you doing this evening?
Hi, thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Now that you're here. For our audience of Web3 trailblazers, can you share a little bit about your background and how long you've been a singer-songwriter? What's first sparked your journey? And then kind of go into what fuels your creative fire today. And, how did that early start of songwriting draw you deeper into this music world?
Yeah, so I'm from a really small town in Citrus County, Florida, right by the Gulf. And I pretty much, if you ask like my parents, I pretty much been singing since I could talk. So I listened to like Mariah, Aretha, like all the divas when I was a really little girl. That's how I learned to sing. Because I didn't like sing in a church choir or anything. Like I really like had to teach myself how to sing. And I just knew I wanted to do it. So I just made it happen. But most of my life I did theater. Like I was a theater girl, like musical theater. I wanted to be on Broadway. I went to school for theater. So that's what I was sure I was going to do. Then I graduated and I was like, I really have always wanted to sing. Like since I was a little girl, like I always saw myself being a pop star. And so I was like, ditched the idea of going to get my master's in acting and was like, I just want to do music. So I got a job that I hated a lot. And I was like, I just want to, make an album. And so after going back to school at Full Sail to do music production, I sat in my room and did like all 8 demos just like on my computer and just took them to the studio and was like, can y'all help me do this? And we did it. And then I met Joseph and he listened to it and now I'm here. So that's the long story short.
So you're writing all your own songs. What's the inspiration for a lot of that that songwriting?
Sounds cliche, but like just life. Like you really can not only, but the best thing to write about is what you know. And so that's just what I do. I just, whatever I'm feeling, I just put that in the music. So
Yeah, my sister is a songwriter, a singer, and it's a very personal thing. Her songwriting, and she's very protective. She's very protective over her songwriting, and yeah, it's a craft for sure, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've always loved writing, so like poems, short stories, and reading. So I love that.
Ladies, do you have any questions for her as regards to how she started out in all of this?
I think she covered that. I'd love to hear. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think I'm excited to hear you sing. I'm so excited that you're here. I mean, I've been hearing you on Spaces, and everybody's been talking about, like Stake went to the baseball game last year, and so yeah, I'm just so excited you're here, and I'm excited to hear the rest of your story.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. I do want to say we've got 77 people in here so far this evening. I want to welcome Silver Days and Keita's Brew and DC Crypto Dave and JRB. Joe Jones is in the house. Mr. Zam's in the house. Awesome. Amy. Team Green, of course. It's not a show without Team Green showing up. Who else? Stu Lovell. And who else do we've got in here? Stone, Mr. Stone Man. Susan Roblin, and anybody else? Stephanie, David XRP.
Sugar Tiger.
We got Ogre Tiger in here. Yeah, let's go, guys. If you'd please repost this stream out. If you are watching on X, please come over to the Dip-a-Toe channel, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chat. That would be fantastic. Now, Maijah, I heard that you were going to be able to sing a live song for us this evening. Is that true?
Yes, I'm always in a singing mood, so.
Fantastic. So would you mind to sing your song now for to kind of open us up here?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Let me get you in the beauty seat there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Maijah Taejon. What song is this?
This is We Can.
Fantastic.
Yes. Hey, Can't nobody love you like I can. If you wanna get away and drive for the weekend, can't nobody do it like we can, Trying not to call you back, but the time is so slow. Yeah, staring at the pictures on my phone. I wonder when you're coming back, 'cause I don't wanna be alone. 'Cause I know that can't nobody love you like I can. If you wanna get away and drive for the weekend, can't nobody do it like we can, Can't nobody love you like I can. If you wanna get away and drive for the weekend, can't nobody do it like we can, I can't go a day without your love. Everything I need is in your touch. Feel like nothing's ever been so clear. I just wanna say I've had enough. Didn't know that this would be so tough. I'm just really wishing you were here. Let go of the past and our burden, and everything feels like home. Wasn't easy to start it all over, and now I just can't let go. Can't nobody love you like I can. If you wanna get away and drive for the weekend, can't nobody do it like we can, I can't go a day without your love. Everything I need is in your touch.
for the weekend. Can't nobody do it like we can, like we can. Can't nobody love you like I can. If you wanna get away, try for the weekend. Can't nobody do it like we can, like we can. Oh, we can. Thank you.
That was fantastic. That was awesome.
That was amazing. And it was so nice to see you do it because we've heard you do it so many times. So bravo.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's go back over here. And let me get you back over there. Man, I'm like, I just get blown away every time I hear you sing it. You have such a set of pipes on you. It's so awesome. Want to talk about a little bit about your on-ramp into digital assets and crypto. The blockchain's all about empowerment. How did you first stumble onto digital assets and crypto?
Honestly, it was my manager kind of getting me into it, just like sending me these like random like spaces, because I've been on Twitter since 2009, like since the very beginning. So like the spaces and everything was new to me, like everything just kind of changing. So he was just sending me these like different rooms and things. And then I know like one of the first people we met was everybody from IMUTV, Nile. And so they kind of got us into that and, you know, still learning and everything. So that's kind of how I got into that.
Nile's a gem. Nile Cottrell is a gem from IMUTV, for those of you who aren't familiar with IMUTV. And we're going to talk about them a little bit later. Yeah. What about you, Opti? You got a question?
Yeah, care to expand a little bit more on like what cracks the world of digital assets and crypto open for you?
I'm really still like learning all that stuff. Like my manager and my team like really kind of teach me like as they're learning stuff too. So it's really just following their lead and, you know, showing up, and I sing and all of that too. So it's, you know, it's hard to juggle it all, but I take in as much as I can.
You've kind of been introduced, I've heard, to the different cryptocurrencies out there like Cardano and Solana and now XRP. And so, I mean, for someone who's not into crypto as much, right? It's a challenge. It's a challenge for us ladies who are really deep diving into it. So you're really fortunate to have, you know, people like Joseph, Protector Joseph, and Niall, and Robin Fitzy from IMUTV, and the fellas from TrueFi, and, you know, like Steak and Bake and Mr. Zam, and all the people that we are in spaces with that really know about the digital asset space and the opportunities that are out there. So super excited for you, Maijah, for sure. Let's see here. Well, you want to take this one, Lady K?
In an industry stacked with gatekeepers and unfair streaming payouts, what sparked your decision to tokenize your music on the XRPL? Walk us through the backstory that led you to minting your song Energy on NFTempo, because that was the first one you minted on the XRPL, right?
Yes, and that was like with the help of Niall and, like I said, everybody over there. That was the very first thing that we did, and there was some cute like artwork involved in all of that. And, you know, been moving through, like I've had like moved up in quality of each thing. So now like the next thing that I'm gonna put out, that's like probably the biggest NFT I've done. So you guys, it's really cute when you guys see it. I think you guys will really like that.
Yeah, that was if I recall, I think that was in like 2022, wasn't it? The NFT. It's a couple years ago, right?
I think
It was more
2024, right?
2024.
Oh,
Like
was it 2020? Okay. So, but even still, the thing is, you're a beta tester and all this. We're all beta testers, so you can be really proud of yourself for doing that, and being some of the first people to tokenize your music on the XRP Ledger and elsewhere. I mean, that's a pretty significant milestone. And one that you can be forever proud of. As you get older in life, like me, you can look back and say, "Oh, I did it back in my day. I put my song on NFTempo and tokenized one of my songs." So, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Um,
And it's
so,
oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's important, like especially music today, like it's very different. So if you can be like in charge of your own music and your own art, like that's really important. So yeah.
Speaking of that, ladies, one of the questions I've been interested to ask you, how have you decided to approach your music as far as the traditional method? I mean, we all know the traditional artist route that they go. They get the manager, they get signed with the label, they do all this work, they do concerts and all of this, and really, just speaking with artists that have quote unquote made it, they end up with very little money. You think they're making all this money, and at the end of the day, they're really not. What have you decided to do as an independent artist in this field?
Yeah, so thankfully I do have a manager. That is very fortunate. But I have my own like sort of record label, that's Taejon Records LLC, and I have a publishing company that's Myified Publishing, and so I own 100% of my music. So nobody else can like try to come at me later and be like, yeah, you got you got a piece for me, you know what I mean? So I'm really proud that I can like have that to myself now, and that gives me more leverage later on for when the bigger stuff and bigger opportunities come. So
Yeah, I mean that gives you legal ownership over anything you do in Web 2 or Web 3, right?
yes.
And the other thing that I heard is you have some songs on, like, what is it, 200 radio stations now, some syndicated across the United States and several other countries.
Yes, just getting some radio campaigns started in the last couple of months for We Can, actually, that I just sang, and a Christmas song that I have coming out this year. So that's exciting.
Oh, that's awesome. So ditching the traditional label hustle for direct fan power, your song, going back to the original Energy, the song that flipped the ownership script with additions and smart contracts. Now that completely upended the old school rules on how music is owned and shared and monetized. And so it was pioneered on the XRP Ledger. Does that give you real hope for building a sustainable living from your music? Just knowing even that the opportunity for you to be able to tokenize your own work, what does that mean to you?
I definitely can see the possibilities of like financial freedom in that aspect for sure. It's taking some time because obviously everything I do goes back into my music. But when I get to that point, yeah, I definitely see that as a big benefit that not a lot of artists can relate to. So
Yeah, when you have a lot of good people in your corner that can help you along the way with that. You're starting out this journey, and you might as well just encompass all of the new stuff that's available to you guys on the indie scene. Ladies, I thought since this is a perfect topic for Digital Ladies Unscripted, I would love to talk about this briefly on what it means to tokenize your music or anything for that matter. You guys mind if we dip into this a little bit?
Let's dip our toe.
Right. So the phrase flipping the ownership script with additions and smart contracts. I mean, guys, that really means that Maijah has her release of her NFT for her track Energy, the one that she's already tokenized, and she's going to be doing some more. It means that she completely upended the old school rules of how music is owned, shared, and monetized. Because with traditional music, the artist, you know, like I said, they rely.
The recording studio usually keeps like, what's it called? The master record, right?
Yeah.
So when they mint it on the blockchain, the NFT, now you own that, right? So you're like keeping control. So you're totally flipping it from like a label owning it to you owning it, the creator, right?
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's the way that I'm interpreting it. And the traditional ownership, the artists, they often relied on like record labels or the streaming platforms like Spotify, because a lot of people kind of baby stepped into putting their music on Spotify, where fans, but the fans don't own anything tangible. They just get access to the music via subscriptions or one-time buys. But with the NFTs and tokenization, the royalties, well, what do I want to say? The royalties when you're on a platform like Spotify, the artist cut are kind of murky and delayed. I've heard of artists like, you know, really they thought they were going to make more money, and it's very few and far between when they get paid, because the labels take big chunks and the algorithms decide the payouts that they're going to get. And then also, if you really think about it, there's not a real scarcity or direct fan to artist bond, because you're kind of all going through the middleman part of it. So if we could touch a little bit more on how tokenizing her music really flips the script with that.
Well, I mean, not just with artists, with owners too, right? Like you said, like I buy something on Spotify, but then I need that platform in order to access it or listen to it. So if I buy music in my wallet and I can transfer it to any wallet and I can keep it, as long as I have a computer that can play that file type, I can continue playing that. I don't need to pay a platform a subscription fee forever to access the music I paid them for already. So I think that flips not only ownership of the end user, but ownership of the creator, because they own the music as well, rather than like a label owning it. That's my thoughts on it.
Well, and I can't wait for like there to be like a player like Spotify that has all independent music. I'm assuming that Niall's working on it, because that seems like something Niall would do. That ultimately, you know, fast forward 10, 15 years, all of this music is on this platform. They all own it. And then at the end of the month or whatever, when we have our subscription fee for the platform, it can just like the algorithm could just go, okay, we're going to split this amount between all the people that, you know, that person listened to. So you could almost have like an immediate payback loop between the consumer and the creator. And then also, you know, who knows what'll happen when it comes to these things, because like you just said about the NFT, right? Because all of a sudden the NFT is like, it's playable. Like you can go to XRP Cafe, you can play any of the music that, you know, has been minted. But in terms of like using it in like, you know, because we were talking about it last week here, you know, just about like spaces and things like that. You know, you could be part of a system that allows you to have access to the music you know and love and use it in commercial, i.e. spaces or on YouTube or whatever, by paying like a minimal fee. So yeah, I'm really proud of you. I'm really excited. I mean, you're creating the blueprint, you're, you know, forging ahead into the mystic, as I like to say. And you'll look back on these days and like be a hero to so many of the, you know, little girls that are dreaming a little dream. I know my daughter is she just makes up songs all the time, and I try to like record her just so that like when she's all grown up, she can like mix herself and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I'm just super proud of you for like, you know, trying to do something that is so new for so many people, let alone to do it to like really stand in your own sovereignty and your own power around your own music. I mean, it takes courage because, you know, I think what I'd like to know is like the breaking out of the system, you know, like, I mean, didn't necessarily, you're not in the system from the beginning, but just the fact that you're, you know, what does that feel like for you to sort of forge a new path for artists?
It feels good, and I think everything about me is kind of new, so it's like I think that'll be. I like to pioneer stuff. I like to be like, you know, a leader. I'm a fire sign, so I kind of like have that thing in me, anyways. Like, so yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you are definitely a pioneer and a leader. Whether you fully understand what's happening yet or not, it is a really big deal to tokenize your music. And before we move on from this topic, I'd like to just some bullet points for the folks that may not grasp the concept of what we're talking about when it comes to tokenizing and how big this really is, and hopefully encouraging other people that have, whether it's music or art or anything else that you can tokenize. If you think of it like numbered prints of a painting, where each edition is a unique digital copy and that fans can buy, collect, trade, or display in their crypto wallets, it creates scarcity and exclusivity, which then can turn your fans into true collectors who actually own a piece of the art that you've created, not just a license to listen. And when you couple that with smart contracts in this digital asset space, these are automated systems that are tamper-proof code baked into the XRP Ledger. In particular, we're talking about XRP blockchain, Ledger blockchain, but there are other blockchains also where you can mint music. But it's like a self-running legal agreement. And so when someone buys a copy or resells an edition of Energy, the smart contract itself instantly handles things like splitting the royalties, any percentage auto payback that Maijah would get on every secondary sale. So if I buy her NFT and then I turn around and I sell it, like, you know, we have yard sales or whatever, we might sell albums we bought, right? Maijah's going to get a piece of everything that whenever that gets sold to somebody else. And so that's very important. And then it also allows her to unlock perks for maybe exclusive access to future tracks or behind the scenes content. And it ensures transparencies. So there's no more hidden fees or dispute or whatever. And so in short, it empowers indie artists like Maijah to bypass these gatekeepers, build direct fan economies, and earn passive income long-term, not just one and done, while giving all the fans and the collectors skin in the game. And so it's Web3's way of making music feel like owning a rare vinyl that helps pay dividends to you in the future. And so you couple that with what you're doing, having your own label and publishing company, Maijah, you're a powerhouse, lady. You are unstoppable, lady. Very, very impressed and proud of you for that. So
Thank you.
Any further comments on this, ladies?
I think it's awesome that NFTs also allow you to put the license information in the NFT, which we talked about last week, making it transparent. But sitting here, I'm thinking like, you can put the lyrics of the song in the metadata with the license, right? Like, we all remember cassettes that gave us the lyrics, and those were like the final ones. Now we got to Google it and hope the person who wrote that website was right?
Right.
So I think it can do a lot of things. Well said, Melissa.
It's so cool. After, you have anything extra to add in here?
Yeah, I'm just getting flashbacks of you know, the tape cassette that came with the lyrics, and how I was so excited when I pulled it out and it you know, opened, and I got all the words, because otherwise all of the songs I ever learned was on the radio, and I would always mess up the lyrics. So that's a great idea if they're not doing that already. Yeah, no, I'm just hoping you're going to sing another song, and I'm excited about that. And I'm hoping that you show up in the after space so that we can chat a little bit more. And yeah, this is a great conversation. And it's really interesting that it happened right after last week when we were talking about copyright, because ultimately this is where, it's all going, is full ownership and having it documented. That's what I keep saying. It's actually, I had 2025 Nomad mentioned this week, write me and asked me if I knew about copyright. I was like, well, here is the show. I'm like, have you watched Digital Ladies Unscripted? Here's the show. And I was like, if you have any questions, but in my mind's eye, by making anything on the blockchain, you are at least putting a date on it, so that should anything happen in the future, like if you can't afford to trademark or copyright right away, you at least can, sort of post date or backdate it, as it were, and be able to identify, like, I was the first one who made this, therefore I can sort of prove in a court of law that, it is my idea. So yeah, it's really cool.
Fantastic. Yeah, Maya, it's a really big deal, girl. What you're doing is so huge. And people are going to watch this back, and it's going to be, I mean, like I said, you're the blueprint for this. You're hitting all bases right here. You're hitting the hammer on all the heads of the nails with the way that you're strategizing your music career. And so I think that's fantastic. Lady K, I want to move on to the IMU and the broader aspect. Maya, you're a standout artist on IMUTV, Dip a Toe Show, and Digital Ladies Unscripted. We also stream on IMUTV. We're fortunate for that. I wonder how you first crossed paths with them, and what drew you into accepting becoming an indie artist on IMUTV.
Yeah, kind of the same thing as getting into it, like meeting Niall and Rob Nichols, and they were kind of the first people that I even talked to, and they really believed in me and my music. And so when they were getting everything started, they actually used my Energy video as kind of the first tester thing to kind of see how everything was going to go. So we definitely got some good history and good future too, I think.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I mean, I think IMUTV is doing a great job with uplifting and supporting independent artists and giving them better visibility. How has their support uplifted you? Has it boosted your reach?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's helped that video get a good amount of views on my channel, because obviously people see it there and they want to go and see more. And just growing my fan base in general, because it's also international. So, I also have other people in other countries finding my music too. So it really, really helps a lot. Any eyes on you is helpful when you're starting from literally nothing. So, yeah.
Yeah, between that, and I think they're in 29 countries or 30 countries now. Between that and your syndicated and other radio stations, the 200 plus radio stations that you're on now, that's a pretty big deal. That's a really big deal.
Very big deal.
Yeah. I wondered what other platforms you're seeing success on right now, and so I guess in the past with what you've tried to do. How has what you're doing now helped you with the connections in regards to your fans? Are you seeing a more personal kind of connection with your fans in the way that you're approaching this?
Yeah, I think every platform is different. So on Twitter with X, whatever, with this specific, NFT crypto community, you can go into spaces and talk to people and sing and hear people kind of give you the feedback in real time. That's a really different experience. And I mean, you can also do that going live on other platforms, but it's not necessarily the same because you can't have as many people kind of feeding you back whatever. But other platforms, we're slowly growing. The algorithm, you gotta fight that sometimes, but all that will come. As long as it's authentic, then that's really all that matters to me. And I always reply to everyone Anytime anybody says something to me, they leave a comment, like I always make sure to reply back, because like that's important to have that relationship with the people. So
It's a full-time job, isn't it? Lady
yeah.
K, I know you had more questions on this, and I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. I mean, I was kind of wondering, like, okay, you're on Web 2 and you're dipping your toe into Web 3. Like, do you think Web 3 has really helped you connect to your fans?
Yes, definitely. I think, like I said, it's like you get that real like feedback, like is if I was on stage and then like doing a Q&A like immediately after, it's that kind of vibe, which I like to talk about my music, and like that people like it. So yeah, it's definitely helped with confidence as well too, because I took a long break from singing, so it's helped me get back into the groove of that as well.
Wow. I would have never guessed you took a little break into singing. I mean, yeah, your vocals are strong.
Thank you.
Do you have any additional questions on this this subject?
No, I think we have 25 minutes left, so
We
these
got
hours go by way too fast.
They do. And Maijah, I heard through the grapevine that you got a Christmas song dropping soon. Care to give our listeners the official scoop and announce it here?
Yes, I have a Christmas song coming out in November. That song is called One Thing This Christmas.
Oh,
lovely.
We just so happen to have the copy of One Thing This Christmas, and we would love to play it for our audience. Do we have your permission for that?
Yes, definitely.
Fantastic. Let's go with that then. Here we go. Let's see. This is such a beautiful song. I admit that I've been playing it. Here we go, guys. One Thing Christmas by Maijah Taejon.
I drive around. Christmas, my dear. No money, just one change. That's you there, right here. 'Cause there's no one like you. For all that I've been through, I need you by my side. Yeah, I only want one thing. This Christmas, I do fall in love with you. This Christmas, fall in love with you. Yeah, I only want one thing.
Man, that was fire.
Wow.
I gotta get us back to where we were.
That
was
reminds me.
Listening.
easy listening.
Yeah, and that reminds me to wish you all happy Thanksgiving from Canada. It's Thanksgiving Monday, so it seems very perfect to start the Christmas season off way earlier for you guys.
You had a lot of great comments in here. Sing for Jesus says, reminds me of my mama in heaven. Oh, that's just so awesome. Everybody, man, it's gonna be fun to look back in this chat, guys. Yeah, Maya, that is a absolute fire song. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Abdi. Man, yeah, that is fantastic. So as we dive into your exciting future plans with your fresh projects brewing, how do you see XRP Ledger tokenization weaving into what's next? Could we see a holiday track tokenized for fans, or maybe a bigger drop like a full album or anything like that? Like, what's your upcoming mint details? Spill it.
Yes, absolutely. This song in particular, we're gonna have a really big moment with. I can't say too much about what it actually is. I wish I could, because it's actually super lit. But what I can say is, for anybody who does want to purchase it, you get tickets to watch me sing live, streaming. Anytime I do it, it's gonna be like once every other month or whatever. Every time I get on here to sing, you get the free exclusive. And there's some, like I said, I really wish, like, my brain is just like, because I really want to just say what's actually in it. But a full album, not this year. I wish, but I have the songs, but it's already October. But next year, I plan to do a whole lot more for Christmas.
Well, Protector Joseph sent me some specific notes that I was allowed to say regarding the NFT that's coming out. Hopefully, maybe this week. I'm not sure if it's going to come out this week, but you're in the works, right, with that?
Yes.
Can I tell you what he told me?
Yes, that's
okay. Fine. So here's what Protector Joseph said, guys. And so you're going to want to be following, if you're not already following Maijah Taejon on X, and following all of her work. The links to her link tree, that it is in the show notes. And she's tagged, if you're watching on X, she is tagged in all of the posts on the stream. So you're going to want to be following her to find out when this mint is going to go live. But basically, there's a music video shoot for one thing this Christmas, the song that she just sang for us live here. And if you get this NFT, you have the opportunity to be recognized in the credits. And so your chosen name or your social media handle, or if you're a company, if between 1 to 4 minutes, you will get your name added to the video. 5 to 9 minutes, you could get co-producer credit. And that credit on IMBD or DB, which anybody, if you ever look up an actor or a singer or whatever, they all have that IMDb account that gives all the credits of all the things that they've done. So that's kind of a really big deal. And if you're a 10 min or better, you'll get an executive producer credit, and that credit also on IMDb. And basically, the higher you mint, the more you move to the top. And so this is an incredible opportunity coming up here for anybody that wants to support an independent artist like Maijah, and kind of help her in her journey with creating a spectacular music video to go along with this beautiful song, and say you were there. So it's very exciting.
Yes, and I also will say, if you're thinking about it but you're not 100% sure, I will say this is exclusive. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say this, but this song and some other songs are going to be probably, more than likely, definitely attached to the EP. So if you want to like really get in there now with getting your credits like on this video and on this song, it's going to be an even bigger moment when that comes to fruition. So if that motivates anybody to really get in there.
Well, definitely can't wait for the details. Opti?
Yeah, this might be a question for Protector Joseph in the after space, but I'm sort of curious if you know how you're planning on getting people's like handles and stuff, like when they're buying the NFTs, like being able to like, do you know any of that information? Or we'll talk to Protector Joseph.
Yeah,
That's a Protector Joseph and a Nile question. Got it.
Yeah, absolutely. The ladies are in here saying butterflies are my favorite. They're really resonating with your butterflies, Maijah. Yeah, like everybody in here, butterflies. Butterflies were my mom's favorite also. The funny story about my mom, though, she thought the white moth was a butterfly. It was her favorite butterfly. He's always come around. And so my sister and I always joke about that, because she saw such beauty in everything. And, those white little moths were butterflies to her. So fantastic.
Shout out to the moms.
Shout out to the moms. Lady K, do you have any questions regarding this mint?
The mint, no, that sounds amazing. And that's what we talked about too, owning a piece, right? And so this mint is going to allow you to do that on top of owning the song that you can play at any time. So it's great. I do have a question for Maijah. What advice would you give to independent artists that are thinking about using blockchain?
I guess my advice would be to just go for it, to trust yourself. You don't know anything unless you actually do it. Like, you just kind of have to just do it. But also, if you can, like, just get, a good couple of people that you can really trust, to surround yourself with, that, can answer questions that you might not be able to answer. But just to go with your gut, just do the thing. You just got to do it. Yeah.
Take that jump. Huh? Like we did with Digital Ladies Unscripted. We just dove in. And now look we got Maijah Taejon on the show, and she's going to be a huge star. And you are on Digital Ladies Unscripted, episode number 7. Huh? And what is that 7 number? That 7 number is an important number. So I'm pretty excited that you came to the show this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I hope that if you're available to come to the after space, while you guys chat amongst yourselves, I'm going to try to find the link and drop it in the chat so that we can get all these awesome people. There's 282 people listening to this, and they definitely showed up because of you. And so hopefully these guys will all follow us over into the after space, and maybe we can get Protector Joseph in there to spill the beans on some extra deets when it comes to the mint, because you're definitely going to want to keep your ear to the ground on this one, guys. It is an incredible opportunity, like I said, to support an independent artist, and with the music video and all the stuff that comes with it. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty fantastic. Any final words that you have for us, Maijah?
Just thank you guys for having me and giving me a little time on your platform to share myself, my art, what I'm up to, and excited to learn from you guys, too, with all this, stuff that I'm not super familiar with yet. I'm getting there. But just thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm surprised, guys, that we actually have like an extra 5 minutes to keep talking. But if you no stress, if you're not prepared and you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm like, you could sing another song if you wanted to sing another song live. We would love for you to do it, but you're surely not obligated to do so.
No, I can. Like this, I sing. That's what I do. So.
All right, man, let's go.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of putting your name on production. I just think that's such a brilliant. And one day you're going to be like the expert that everybody goes to, and we're going to be able to look back at this time. And it's so great to record your journey. It's really, really wonderful.
Thank you. This is an unreleased track. The song is called "If I Take You Back."
Oh, unreleased track, Digital Ladies Unscripted. Let's go.
Hey, right on. It's 7 o'clock, I look in the mirror. What am I doing? And you're on the way, and it's getting clearer. Never been so lucid, maybe this time it might just work out fine. And I get all excited about if I take you back, it better be worth it. If I take you back, it better be perfect. Don't wanna think about all the pain and all the hurt that they did. If I take you back, if I take you back, it better be worth it. If I take you back, it better be perfect. Don't wanna think about all the pain and all the hurt that they did. If I take you back, if I take you back, you're pulling up in the 7:30. What are we doing? I'm feeling good and I'm feeling flirty. Trying to get into it. I miss those sweet nothings you used to whisper in my ear. Now nothing even feels. If I take you back, it better be worth it. If I take you back, it better be perfect. Don't wanna think about all the pain and all the hurt that they did. If I take you back, if I take you back, it better be worth it. If I take you back, it better be perfect. Don't wanna think about all the pain and all the hurt that they did. If I take you back, if I take you back, I don't wanna feel the way I did before. I don't wanna see you walking out that door. 'Cause when I sit that way, I kinda feel swayed. I need you, I like you, I want you. If I take you back, don't wanna think about all the pain and all the hurt that they did. If I take you back, if I take you back, it better be worth it. Hey. Thank you.
Wow. Stone said best. He said, wow, take me back.
Yeah, he's like, please take me back. Take me back. Please take me back.
We'll be singing "Take Me Back to This Day" in like 10 years. Like, take me back to that day.
Yeah, no kidding, man. This is that like you definitely have just a great talent, and you know, just even having the team behind you that you have is like just a powerful step, right? With Protector Joseph. Since we have a couple minutes, do you wanna say anything about Protector Joseph? And you know, maybe like, you know, what do you think about Protector Joseph as a closer out of the show?
I mean, he's absolutely fire, like everything. Like, I wouldn't be doing any of this had it not been for him. So I'm gonna get emotional. Like,
No worries. He's the one. He's the man. Well, I can tell you, you know, I didn't know of you at all, and all of a sudden, this Protector Joseph's popping up in all these spaces everywhere I'm at, and he's like, Maijah. I'm like, who is this Maijah Taejon? I don't know who this is. And then I heard you sing for the first time in one of the spaces, and I was like, blown away, just absolutely blown away. And you know, you definitely have. You have a supporter in Protector Joseph. It's clear he loves you, and he's got your best interests at heart. And you know, the guys at True Fi with Steak and Bake and Mr. Zam and Asi Nasi and all those guys, you are in good hands, my dear. Yeah, just super proud of you. Lady K Opti, any final thoughts?
I was going to say, I always cry on the Dipito show or our Ladies Unscripted. I'm usually the one. So don't you worry. Somebody's got to cry. So it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And
really bad. So
yeah. Well, you know, it's transmuting the whole, you know, the space before and the space after. Right. And, you know, it's that time of the season. Yeah, we're just really proud of you. Thanks so much for being here. I'm excited to watch your journey. And, yeah, the men you've chosen, I would say, are some of the most exceptional men I have also ever met in my life. So you definitely have a slew of protectors on your side and a slew of angels. And we can't wait to see what you create in the future. And thanks for letting us be part of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Protector Joseph just works so hard. It's amazing. You definitely got lucky there, and he got lucky too because you're amazing. And why don't you tell people how they can find you?
Yes, on X, Twitter, I'm Maijah Taejon, just like that. On Instagram, I'm Maijah_Taejon, and on TikTok, Facebook, Maijah Taejon, everywhere. YouTube, yeah. And there's a link in my bio on X, Twitter, that has my link tree that just has all of my links, so you can find me everywhere.
I just posted that link tree in the chat, and I also posted the link to the after space. So those of you who would like to join us afterwards, that starts at 10:10. So in about 10 minutes, be there or be square. And with that, we wish you guys a good evening. Thank you so much for coming to Digital Ladies Unscripted. Please subscribe to the Dipito show on YouTube at Dipito. And we also have a Digital Ladies Unscripted channel on YouTube. There's not a lot of followers on there yet, but we sure would appreciate it if you'd follow that channel as well. And with that, thank you, ladies. Lady K, Opti.
Come to Dipito show on Wednesday nights.
Oh, yeah. Dipito, Faces of Crypto. We got some fantastic guests. So we love you guys. Have a good rest of your evening. Thank you.
Digital ladies breaking the chain, rising in crypto, we're changing the game. Crypto frontier, we're claiming our space. Not your keys, not your crypto, know your place. Unscripted, we're bold, we're free. Melissa Key, the Lady K, and Opti. Dipito, come ride this wave. Digital wealth, we're here to pay.
Crypto nights, we're lighting the
setting